Hi, my name is Ron Wilstein, and I'm a broker at Keller Williams Luxury Homes International here in Park City, Utah. Thank you for joining me on my Ranch Place market update, and we'll jump right into our topics for today. I do want to mention at the outset that if you happen to have any questions that I do not address in this webinar or others that come to mind, you can simply email me at ron@thewilsteinteam.com and I will promptly answer your questions. If you want me to call you, I include your phone number and a preferred time, and I will be happy to reach out and chat with you about anything that's on your mind. Well, before we get into what's been happening at Ranch Place, let me just give you a quick overview of what's been happening in the Park City real estate market. Over the last 12 months, there's been 1,391 sales in Park City. This consists of homes, condominiums, and vacant land combined. This is all real estate companies combined, and that is up 18% or 216 sales from the previous 12-month period. When we look at it side by side in terms of homes, condominiums, and lots, we see the increase in each category. Homes increased from 503 sales up to 582 sales. That's up 16%. Condos followed that same 16%, but climbed from 520 sales up to 603 sales. And vacant land or single-family lots rose from 152 sales up to 206, a nice 36% increase year over year. But what's been happening with our prices here in Park City? We're looking at here medium sold prices for homes. This is from the period of time November 2012 through to October 2013. And I'm breaking this up into Park City, which is inside the city limits, and the Snyderville Basin, which is in the county area of Park City. Medium sold prices for homes, $1,012,500 the previous year. This past year climbed 20%, nice appreciation, to $1,216,250. We saw also the increases in sales prices from $620,000 to $709,000 in the Snyderville Basin, which is an increase in 14%. When we turn to condominiums, we also see an increase. Within the Park City limits, prices rose from $475,000 to $509,000, a 7% increase overall. And in the Snyderville Basin, it rose by 20% from a median price of $269,950 to $322,847. So it's nice to see these prices increasing in each category. The same is true on vacant lots. In the Park City limits, it rose by 10% from a median price of $500,000 to this past 12-month period, $550,000. And in the Snyderville Basin, prices rose from median price $225,000 all the way up to $300,000, which is a hefty 33% increase in value. This graph in front of you now goes back to the very height of our market. You can see that in 2005, we had a total of 2,989 sales. This is homes, condominiums, and lots. This is, again, all real estate brokerages combined. Then the bubble popped. 2006, the sales dropped to 1,736 sales, then to 1,472, 810, 693. This is for the entire calendar year. Then the market turned in 2010. It rose to 955 sales, and then rose again in 2011, 2012, and based upon our data up to date, which is for the first 10 months of 2013, we're expected to break last year's totals as well. So all in all, we've seen that the number of sales are up in all three categories: homes, condos, lots, in town and out of town. Prices are up, and very strong pattern here. The Park City market is strong, and it's a good time to buy, because buying today is less money than we'll likely be buying that same property in a year from now. Now let's turn our attention to Ranch Place in particular, see what's been happening there. For single-family homes, the number of transactions rose by 60% from 10 sales the previous year to 16 sales during the last 12 months. The 60% increase is a very positive indicator and a good sign as to the strength of the neighborhood overall. Ranch Place homes are selling at a pace of one sale every 23 days, and that we call absorption rate. Now, there's currently 5 homes that are on the market in Ranch Place, which equates to about a 4-month inventory of products to sell for homes in Ranch Place area. The sold prices have ranged this past year from $598,000 all the way up to $946,000, with the median price being $732,500. And that, by the way, is up about 7% from the previous year's values. You can see from this graph that the year before the median price was $686,500. This year, $742,500. When we come to lots, the lot activity hasn't been as robust. There's only been 1 lot sale in the past 12 months, which incidentally matches what it was the year before. So really no change in inventory. Aren't that many lots left in Ranch Place, and obviously only 1 a year selling in the last 2 years. The lot that sold this past year sold for $322,000, which was 11% higher than the single lot sale the previous year, which was at $290,000. Such a small sampling, I don't want you to make a lot out of that, other than the facts are what they are, that if they were the identical lot, the value went up 11%. But location takes into account, views take into account, size of property take into account. So don't put too much into that weight, even though it's an accurate statistic. Now, if you're interested in receiving the information that makes up the data that I've summarized here, either for homes or vacant lots, just send me a quick email at ron@thewillsteinteam.com, and I'll be happy to email that to you. You'll be able to look in the home, see pictures, see all the details. It's actually pretty interesting if you want to know what's been happening in your neighborhood. I do want to show you through our website a way that you can get updated information on Ranch Place whenever you want. And my suggestion, first of all, is if you'll bookmark our website, BuyParkCityRealEstate.com, you'll notice on the screen here, if you do a / and then Ranch Place, it will take you directly to the page in our website on Ranch Place. The WillSteinTeam.com / Ranch Place will take you to the same place. So let's take a look at this. If you go under the website, you're going to end up in the on the Ranch Place page. It tells you a little bit about the neighborhood, and then there's 2 buttons here. The first button is watch a webinar to get an update on the Ranch Place real estate market. In essence, if you click there, you'd be watching the webinar, the current version of the webinar that you're watching right now. The red button or maroon button says send me current sales data on Ranch Place, and when you click on that, it will open up this window here entitled Current Sales Data Request. All you do here is you complete your name and your email address, add your physical mailing address if you want. If you do, we'll be happy to send you our quarterly newsletter. And then go down to the inquiry criteria. And in here, simply type in Ranch Place. It's already a house, so it's marked correctly. If you're a buyer, leave it a buyer. If you're a property owner or seller, change it to seller. Type in any particular question you might have in the comment box, and then simply go to the Submit Form button and click that, and that will send me an email, and I in turn will send you the data that you're interested in. So you can get it at any time. You don't have to wait for our next webinar to occur in order to get updated information on the Ranch Place neighborhood. Now, going back to the direct page here, I just want to show you what's below those buttons real quickly. I mentioned to you that there were 5 properties currently on the market in Ranch Place. Here they are. You can always search by certain price categories if you want to narrow it down. Since there's 5, you're seeing all of them. And all you have to do is either click on the view listing or on the picture itself. That will take you to a picture of the property. And once you're there, it will scroll automatically through interior and exterior photos of the property. You can read about it, see the basic breakdown of the price, the number of bedrooms, bathrooms. If you have any questions, you can hit inquiry. You can add it to your favorites, which will keep track of it. You can print this and have a little flyer if you want. And then lower down on the page, there's just a whole bunch of information about the property. So take advantage of that opportunity. Look through properties on our website. It's very helpful. And incidentally, what a lot of people like is this bird's eye view. If you click that button, you'll get an aerial view from a satellite showing you where the property is. It's right here on this cul-de-sac, and so it allows you to see what's around it with the open space of Port and Quality and Ranch Place, as you know. So check that out, and that's how our website works. If, by the way, you own property here in Ranch Place and you want to know what it's worth in today's market, send me an email. I'll be happy to call you, arrange a time to stop by, take a look at it, provide you with that information. There's absolutely no cost or obligation, but I'm happy to do that if you're interested in knowing what your home is worth. Finally, as we wrap up, I just want to remind you that every single month we do a monthly webinar entitled Park City Market Talk. It does a similar update as to the overall market that I did at the very beginning of this webinar. And then what we do is we address different topics that are on people's minds. You know, as we move into the ski season, we've been discussing the impact of Vail on the Canyons Resort, a little bit of the legal battle between the Park City Mountain Resort and the Talisker Group, and information on ski passes, you name it. So it's pretty informative, and it doesn't take a lot of time. If you want to receive an automatic reminder every month, just send us your email and say remind us about the webinar, and we'll send that to you. And you can watch it at your leisure. It's always posted here on our website, but we always update it on the second Tuesday of the month. And in fact, we have our entire archive of webinars on our website. You can go directly to the directory at thewillsteinteam.com, webinar archives, and check them out. Lots of interesting topics, some special webinars on buyer topics that are of interest to purchasers. Well, thank you for watching our webinar. I appreciate you taking the time, and I wish for you a good day. Bye-bye.